The focus of this paper is how best to support participant learning in online communities. Through our research, we find that participants rely a great deal on formal learning experiences. However, over time, we see increased reliance on self and community engagements to aid in learning. So we begin with this question: which resource engagements best support participant learning over time? And so we turn to Sørensen's forms of presence to help characterize learning. The theory is a practice-based approach which distinguishes three forms of learning, and each is associated with a different form of situated presence and engagement. The first is authority subject. The classroom serves as an iconic example with its division into two subregions: the front of the classroom, which is inhabited by the teacher and the blackboard, and the rest of the room, in which students face the teacher and the blackboard. Authoritative resources such as textbooks further reinforce the clear distinction between authoritative knowledge and its subjects. The second form of presence is agent-centered, a more fluid form of learning where individual agency directs learners' activities. And then finally, communal presence, where learners engage with others and attempt to strengthen their relationship to the community through these engagements. As a setting for this work, we explored learning behaviors in the Gravity Spy Citizen Science Project. Gravity Spy participants classify glitches which help astrophysicists search for gravitational waves. So this is an example of the classification interface. The primary task for volunteers is to examine these glitches on the left and categorize a glitch into one of the classes on the right. And participants are also shown gold standard data so that we can assess their performance. And participation is scaffolded into levels. Participants are only shown a few glitches in the first level, and these glitches have a pretty high machine learning confidence score of belonging to one of the glitch classes in that level. So when a participant reaches an accuracy threshold in the current level, they're promoted to higher levels containing more glitches and glitches that are more challenging to categorize since they have a lower machine learning confidence score of belonging to one of those glitch classes. There are many glitches across time and light frequencies, and there are currently 25 known glitch classes, making learning all of the classes overwhelming for newcomers. Applying Sørensen's form of presence to Gravity Spy, the hope was that this theory provided a useful lens to characterize how people's learning changes over time. And so we categorized things like the field guide and tutorial as authority subject resources, things like user collections and user favorites as agent-centered, and the talk board and looking at members' profiles as communal. And so to assess participants' learning engagements and their relationship to performance, we came up with this learning scenario that would allow us to see when a volunteer misclassifies a glitch, what actions do they take, if any, to correct themselves. And this approach is represented visually here. So when a volunteer misclassifies a gold standard glitch, what happens during the next gold standard glitch of that same glitch class? And so we asked, do volunteers engage in authority subject resources? Do they have agent-centered engagements? And do they have communal engagements? And so using a mixed effects logistic regression, which in this case models the probability of misclassifying or correctly classifying a glitch, the models produced these outcomes. So for all workflows, authority subject and agent-centered resource engagements were significant. In workflow 1, there were no engagements that were significant. For workflow 2 and 3, authority subject engagements were significant. And for workflow 4, we see a shift towards more agent-centered and communal engagements. So the summary here is that the significance of learning resource engagements shifts over time. This shift in resource engagements is also supported by a trend analysis. Here we consider the average resource engagements for each form of presence. Using a trend test, we can actually see whether the trend was a significant downward or upward slope. And so using that trend analysis, we see that for authority subject engagements, there was a significant downward trend, and for communal engagements, there was a significant upward trend. So over time, volunteers engage less with resources created by the science team and have more communal engagements, such as posting or reading the comments posted by other volunteers. And so the summary here is that as glitch identification difficulty increases, learners tend to shift towards more agent-centered and communal forms of engagement in Gravity Spy. So given these results, we suggest enhancing participants' learning by leveraging user-generated content to support participant learning. Thank you.